Karl Marx's theory of historical materialism. Karl Marx's theory of historical materialism is one of the most important ideas in sociology and philosophy, because it explains how societies develop and change over time. Marx believed that the driving force behind history is not religion, culture, or ideas, but material and economic conditions. In other words, the way people produce, distribute, and use material goods determines the structure of society, including its politics, laws, values, and beliefs. For Marx, the foundation of every society is its economic base. This base is made up of the means of production, such as land, tools, factories, and technology, and the relations of production, meaning the social relationships people enter into while producing goods. For example, in feudal times, lords owned land, and peasants worked on it. In capitalist societies, the means of production belong to factory owners and investors, while workers sell their labor to earn wages. Above this economic base, there is a superstructure consisting of institutions like the government, education, religion, and law. According to Marx, the superstructure exists to protect and maintain the economic base. This means that a society's beliefs and values are not independent. They reflect the interests of the dominant economic class. For instance, capitalist societies promote competition and profit because these ideas help preserve the capitalist system. Marx believed that to understand any society, one must study how it produces and organizes material life. Marx viewed history as a continuous process of development shaped by class struggle. He argued that all past societies have been divided into classes with conflicting interests: those who own and control the means of production and those who work for them. This struggle between classes pushes history forward and leads to social transformation. Marx identified several stages of development in human history: primitive communism, slavery, feudalism, capitalism, socialism, and finally, communism. In primitive communal societies, people shared resources and worked together, so there was no private property or class division. As humans developed tools and began producing surplus goods, inequality appeared. Some groups began to control land and labor, giving rise to slavery and later feudalism. In feudal systems, lords owned land, and peasants were tied to it, providing labor in exchange for protection. Over time, trade and technology created a new class of merchants and industrialists, leading to capitalism. Capitalism, according to Marx, represents the most advanced and also the most exploitative stage of class society. In this system, a small group called the bourgeoisie owns the means of production, while the working class, known as the proletariat, must sell its labor to survive. Workers produce goods and services that generate profits for the owners, but they receive only a fraction of the value they create. Marx called the unpaid value surplus value, which becomes the source of the capitalist's wealth. This process results in exploitation and alienation. Alienation occurs when workers become disconnected from their labor, from the products they make, and from their own human potential. They do not work for personal satisfaction but only to earn money. Their creativity and individuality are suppressed, and their labor becomes a mere means of survival. Marx believed this alienation weakens human spirit and dehumanizes society. For Marx, capitalism is full of contradictions that will eventually destroy it. While it creates enormous wealth, it also produces extreme inequality. The system depends on the exploitation of workers, but as technology advances, unemployment grows, and the purchasing power of workers declines. This leads to economic crises, poverty, and growing anger among the working class. Marx predicted that workers would eventually unite, overthrow the capitalist class, and create a socialist system where production is controlled collectively for the benefit of all. Marx's concept of class struggle is central to historical materialism. Throughout history, the oppressed class has always challenged those in power. These struggles are not just political or moral, they arise from the contradictions within the economic system itself. When the existing relations of production no longer fit the development of productive forces, revolutions occur, and a new system replaces the old one. For example, capitalism emerged from the breakdown of feudalism, and Marx believed socialism would emerge from the contradictions of capitalism. Another key point in Marx's theory is that human consciousness is shaped by material conditions. The way people think, believe, and behave is largely determined by their economic environment. This means ideas, morals, and even religion are influenced by the dominant class, which uses ideology to justify its control. Marx called this false consciousness, the tendency of people to accept an unfair system because they do not see how it truly works. When workers become aware of their real position and collective power, they develop class consciousness and begin to demand change. Historical materialism provides a scientific framework for understanding social change. Marx rejected the idea that history is driven by great individuals or divine will. Instead, he saw it as a process shaped by real material forces and human labor. Every social system contains internal tensions that lead to its transformation. In this way, history is not random but follows a logical pattern based on material conditions. Although Marx wrote in the 19th century, his ideas remain relevant today. The rapid growth of technology, automation, and global capitalism still reflects many of the contradictions he described. Inequality between the rich and the poor has widened, and large corporations dominate economies around the world. Marx's theory helps explain why such inequalities persist and why social conflicts continue to arise. Critics of Marx argue that he focused too much on economics and underestimated the influence of culture, politics, and human choice. Others claim that his prediction of a worldwide workers' revolution was overly optimistic. Still, even his critics acknowledge that his analysis of power, class, and inequality changed how people understand history and society. In the modern world, historical materialism reminds us that no social system is permanent. Societies evolve as people struggle to meet their needs and seek fairness. The theory encourages us to look beneath appearances and question who controls the resources, who benefits, and who suffers. It shows that ideas, institutions, and beliefs are not isolated from material life, they are shaped by it. In simple words, Karl Marx's theory of historical materialism teaches that human history is the story of how people work, produce, and fight for better conditions. Every major change in society comes from changes in the way we produce and share what we need to survive. Understanding this helps us see the world not as something fixed but as something we can transform through collective action and awareness. If you enjoyed learning about Karl Marx and his theory of historical materialism, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more educational content. Your support helps us continue creating informative videos about the greatest thinkers and their influence on society and history.